You got to you have to learn to keep pushing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to learn to, everybody going to go through things in life, right? There's not one person I ever met in my 40 plus years on earth where I met a person where, they didn't go through anything. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go through sacrifices. They didn't go through bad situations. You know what I mean? I never met any one person in my life where, everything was just set up for them and everything was, so perfect they didn't have any problems in their life. You feel me? Like I never met that type of person. And if I did, I'll be like, man, this gotta be this gotta be fake. This not real. You know what I mean? This gotta be not real because you're gonna go through stuff, man. You know what I mean? You're gonna go through situations. You're gonna have people around you where you have to learn to cut them off. You know what I mean? You're gonna have individuals that's going to try to take advantage of you. Do you know what I mean? So you just got to understand, man. You got to, one thing I learned in life, man, I can tell you, you got to keep pushing, bro. You got to stay pushing, stay motivated, stay elevating. Because once you become successful in your life, whatever that is, right? Now, I don't like to put a dollar amount on any of this, right? Success is based on what you believe success is to you, right? To a degree, right? So my thing is this, right? As you start to climb up that success ladder in life, right? You got to understand, man, not everybody can go, man. Not everybody can be around you in a sense of as you start to elevate, you got to really start to look at your situation for what it is and understand that you have value, man. You know what I mean? Now we get tainted, if you in, you know what I'm saying, a certain type of neighborhood or you represent a certain type of block, streets, corner, stop sign, them street conversations, right? It get real dicey in those situations because you got people around you that's, you know, you got to keep it real for. You got people around you that you didn't built up this certain type of aura, or you know what I mean? You don't want to look weak to certain type of people around you, right? And so my thing is, right, when you can't be real with yourself, what do you have? You know what I mean? When you can't be real with yourself, what do you really have? You feel me? Like that's the thing that kills me about it. It's like if you can't be real about with yourself about your situation, or you know what I mean, the people that's around you, or you feel like you got to uphold some type of street code, or a block, or whatever you're claiming, like you got to really stand on that. That's why for me personally, man, I talk so much about being, the realest individual. I never said the realest nigga. You feel me? I'm not trying to be that. I'm a real individual. I'm a real man out here. You know what I mean? And I don't need your validation to confirm that. That's not something for you to confirm. You know what I mean? What you can do is judge me off my actions or how I conduct myself with you. If we have business together, if we have a friendship, you judge me based on that. But you can't tell me I ain't real because I don't do certain things. I don't represent certain, you know what I mean? Certain type of things in life, whether it's streets, whether it's anything. Like no man can dictate how I move or what it makes for me to be qualified. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Because your logic of thinking, your way of how you move in life may not be what I want to do. I may not see the value on how you do things. So that's why I say I'm the realest individual in the room. Not to say I'm better than anybody else. It's just that I know what I'm gonna stand for. I know what I'm going to stand on. And I can care less what you think of that. You feel me? So it's like when I think about this YFN Lucci, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that. You know, he take the 20-year deal, plea deal, got it down to 10, and he's going to get out, from my understanding, with the next 3.5 months and be on probation for 10 years. So that's a plus. But we're going to chop that up, though. We're going to chop it up because, look, it's a whole bunch I want to unpack in that situation. But the thing of it is, right, when you go out here in the world, right, I call it, once you jump off your mama porch, right? Once you jump off your mama porch, you ain't mama's little boy no more. You know what I'm saying? You're not. Because once you go out here and you start, you know what I'm saying, getting involved with street politics and, doing illegal activities, no matter how you might be your mama's son, you know what I'm saying? No matter how much you might be your mama's little boy, you're going to get treated as a grown individual out here. If you're not a minor, no matter who call you a little boy at the house, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter what, you know what I'm saying, what they saying at home. When you step off your mama porch and you go out here in the real life situations, bruh, you feel me? You have to face the reality of that. You know what I mean? You have to face that reality. Can't nobody sit in that courtroom for you. If you did the crime, when you go to court, they're going to be looking at you, not your partners. Yeah, you may have co-defendants and all that, but at the end of the day, they still looking for your testimony. They still looking at what you did in the situation. We ain't going to talk about your partners right now. We talking to you. You know what I mean? So it's like, my whole thing with that is that when you look at your situation, you look at how your life been going, or you look back on situations that you've been involved in, you can answer that question, man. Was you being real with yourself? You know what I mean? Because you can kick it with your homies all you want. You can represent whatever you want to represent all you want. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself how real you being with yourself. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think a lot of people get that confused, man. A lot of people get that confused because can't nobody do your time, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna do your time. I mean, you might find one or two people there to do it for you, but overall, ain't nobody trying to do your time. You know what I'm saying? You looking at them football numbers, 10, 20 years. Not everybody gonna be one to jump up well ready to do your time for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how real you say you are, or how my partners, I know they gonna ride for me. Yeah, okay. I'll wait. You feel me? I'm just saying, man. We're gonna see how real in the field they really are. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That's the way I look at it, man. And that's why I say, and if you notice, as a lot of these guys, who you think is the realest, right? Or, rappers, whoever they are, as they get older, they ideology of life start to change. I wonder why. Huh? How they see things start to change. Because what happens is, in my opinion, once you start living life, you have kids, you get married, you want to take trips, you want to go here, you go there, you start experiencing different things in life than just your block. Your view on life start to change. How you see things, they start to change. Because what happens is you getting exposed to something totally different than what you used to. You feel me? And that's the thing, man. And what happens is you represent that block that street corner stop sign front porch. And the thing of it is, once you start getting out here and you experiencing life and you see things for what they are, you like, man, this is not what I really want. I like this experience now. When you start going out and taking trips and experiencing different areas, and you know what I mean? You start looking at your life situation, you start looking at things like, man, that street life that I was living, man, that ain't it. See, if you live long enough, right? You experience life long enough, you start to get an understanding that it's more to life than your partners. It's more to life than representing a block. It's more to life than just running around here doing ignorant shit, man. You feel me? It really is. And the thing of it is, unfortunately, the most saddest part is that a lot of these young cats don't even get a chance to experience this because of the choices they make early in their life. You know, so when I think of the YFN Lucci, one thing I can say about him, I can actually commend him for and give him props for just on as in the situation of just being a man. Is that based on what I seen in the video I have in my community section? You know, he accepted the plea deal, right? So that means he's willing to accept that he did do some wrong in that situation. Why he's in prison, the reason why he's in prison, he accepted a percentage of that. You know what I mean? To the fact that he know he did wrong. And to me, that's what a man is. A man is as a person is, yeah, I'm not gonna be perfect. A man is not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I ain't never came on this mic and lied to y'all and say, oh man, I got everything in order. I got this going on. I'm popping out. Nah, bro. I got problems like everybody else do. But one thing I like about with Lucci, right? For him accepting that plea deal, regardless what he did in the streets, regardless what happened in that car, you feel me? When they was doing whatever they was doing, right? At least he was willing to agree that he did do some wrong by accepting that plea deal. That's a big step. Because I hear a lot of these guys on here talking about, man, I'm taking it to trial. I would take it to trial. And then when they hit you with them football numbers, you wish you would have took the deal. So with Lucci, man, I salute you to a degree. I know it ain't, and I believe he did apologize to the family of the guy that, that they say he pushed out the car after they slide and did whatever they did. From my understanding, he did do some type of apology to the family of the person that passed away. You know what I'm saying? So just for him giving out that piece and what I seen that's been put out on social media, it seemed like he a stand-up individual for at least in this situation. Like I said, I ain't condoning anything that he was doing, but I'm just saying for the fact that he's willing to admit that he did do some wrong. He didn't want somebody else to take the deal. Like, I'm gonna go out here and slide and do what I do, and then I want the little homie to take the charge. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. From what I can see, what's been presented out here, he didn't do that. So I gotta commend him for that, for at least being a man and saying, you know what, I did do some wrong in this situation. And now, what, 3.5 months? He's gonna be on parole for another 10 years? Gotta respect it. Because what young what's that young thug song say? I'ma take it to trial. Take the trial. Keep saying he's gonna take it to trial, and look how his case is going. I'll wait. You feel me? I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to make fun of nobody's situation, but if we're gonna keep it real, let's keep it all the way real, bro. Let's don't play it real. Let's don't play with this, man. Because we all have choices, right? And I don't like to hear that. Oh man, I grew up in a certain environment. I didn't have no choice. You had a choice, bro. You just didn't like your options. You feel me? Because guess what? Now you're willing to accept a plea deal, right? I just like, man, my whole thing is this, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, whatever you choose to do, stand on that. Don't 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 bitch up. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't get to crying when they get to giving you that time. Nah, 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 nah. Don't do that. Don't get to snitching because you mad because you know that time you facing you like, man, I'm gonna miss everything in my life. Yeah. This what comes with that. That's the thing that kills me about all this, man. That's what kills me about it. Because for me personally, I can tell you straight up, I'm not gonna be involved with that. And you can't say I'm a sucker, you can't say I'm soft, none of that. I'm just telling you straight up, as a man, I'm not finna ride with you. I'm not finna do no criminal activity with you. Because if I'm gonna do it, it gotta be for my family, and I'd rather do it by myself. Because I don't trust none of you. You feel me? I don't trust it, man. Because you see so many people now. All these people you be hearing on the internet and on these rappers and all this and that, talking about, man, well, we never snitch. We won't. It's on the hood. It's on the hood. It's on this. It's on that. And as soon as they get in cell block 8, looking at them numbers, what they do? Oh man, I wasn't really snitching. I was just saying that it was a gang. I'm not part of the gang. I just told them it was a gang. But yes, ma'am. That's all I did. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying? I got Slime Life tattooed on me 30 times, but it don't stand for nothing criminal. It stands for positive activity. uh, it stands for positive motivation activity. We pushing P, positivity. Yeah, okay. I just really feel like a lot of people don't accept they fate when they choose certain decisions in life. They don't really want to accept the fate that you really signed up for. You know what I mean? Like, this is what comes with that. So what's the problem? You know what I mean? Like, what's the problem? Say, hey man, this is the life you chose. So when I think about what the YFN Lucci, right? When I think about that situation, I bet when he get out, right? When Lucci get out of prison, man, I bet I'm willing to put some money up. He gonna come out and he ain't trying to be in no type of criminal activity. He probably gonna come out saying he ain't part of no gang. He don't represent none of that no more. He here for his family, his kids, his loved ones. I bet somebody $100, man. When YFN Lucci get out of prison, right? He ain't finna be on none of that tough talk. He might do it in his raps, but in real life, he ain't finna do none of that, bro. He been in prison what 10 years already? Watch what Sean B. Stoller said it first, man. When Lucci get out of jail, all that talk, he ain't finna be coming out here talking reckless. I bet that. I bet it. I know what I'm saying because he been in prison 10 years. You're gonna be on parole for another 10. And that's a long ass time, bro. 10 years on probation? I mean, if he can't even steal a pack of now letters out the stove, you feel me? A pack of Skittles, he going back. And doing 10 years in prison, I only can imagine how he feel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the part nobody ever really talk about in the sense of when you go to prison, right? Yeah, you may have access to a cell phone, you may have access to the internet, but it ain't the same, bro. You can't tell me prison is the same as being on the street. I know out here in California, they supposed to got this what they call prisony land. You feel me? Yeah, that might be cool. That might be all right, but after a while, man, nothing beat freedom. Nothing beat the fact you can go outside anytime you want. You know what I'm saying? You want to go to the store, go buy something. You want to take a drive to go drive somewhere just to get away. Ain't nothing cool about being in a cell all day, bruh. You feel me? Like I don't get that, man. You can't pay me enough money, man. Oh man, you could just stay in prison for 10 years, man. We gonna give you $1 million. I ain't gonna do it. I'm sorry. Somebody offer $1 million, I'm not going to prison for 10 years for nobody, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe make it 20 million. I might consider it. But nah, I'm just saying, man. Ain't nothing cool about prison, man. I don't know who made that or made it feel like, oh man, it ain't nothing going to prison. Hell no, I ain't going to prison, bro. Now, if it comes, now let's keep it in mind. If I have to defend my family, that's one thing. I'm willing to do time for that, but I ain't going to time. I'm not doing time for representing cell block, representing the street corner stop sign front porch. I ain't going to jail for that, bro. I ain't even a part of that. I don't want to be affiliated with that. And I'm not going to jail just because I want to prove to you I'm a real one. No. For what? You can call me whatever you want to. But I'm not going to go to jail just because I'm representing a certain block. That's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. So when it comes to Lucci, right? I bet, like I said, man, in my comments, whoever want to leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? I bet you he is not coming out. He finna be talking about, he gonna be really talking about he pushing P out here. Wow. Mark my words. He gonna get out of jail talking, man, I'm pushing peace, positivity. And, he probably gonna come out trying to talk about, trying to help do some type of prison reform. He gonna try to holler at Meek Mills or something. Man, let's work on this prison reform. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Some backpack. We'll do a backpack drive for the kids. You know what I'm saying? He ain't finna go. He's not finna get out of prison and still be on that tough talk. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? He may do it in a couple of rap songs, but he ain't trying to do that. And he did 10 years, bruh. 10 years. He ain't trying to go back. You know what I'm saying? He is not trying to go back to prison to be sitting up there with Young Thug, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Thugger, man, I don't know, bro. If Young Thug get out of this, man, somebody was looking out for him because it don't look good at all for Young Thug. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. Young Thug, I don't know if anybody been following that case, man. I've been catching little clips here, a little bit from different YouTubers. I think on Seti Nash. He had a couple of clips on it, but man, bruh, that Young Thug situation, I don't know, bruh. That dude that's on the trial, whatever his name is, man, I don't know if he really playing slow or what, but them tricks that he's trying to do, talking about YSL, it's just you not. The lady was asking on there, right? In court. She was like, you got YSL tattooed on your body how many times? He was like, I think 10 or 12. And she was like, what does it stand for? He said something like, we pushing positivity and peace or something. He said, it was like, wait a minute, bruh, you ain't making no sense. And then they showed who was the clip of some, I can't remember, but man, he making Young Thug look bad though. I'm sorry, bro. I don't think he's helping Young Thug case at all. For real. And from my understanding, he took a deal. That's why he up on there and he has to come on the stand and testify. But it looked like they're gonna try to put him back in prison because they can tell that, oh, you reneging on our deal, man. You ain't coming up here telling the truth. Because I gotta say, man, the DEA or the attorneys or whatever that's against Young Thug, what I personally feel like they doing, they just slowly getting little bits of information and building up that case. As they going through the trial, they just study building up more evidence, and then at the end, they gonna hit them with the hammer and give them all the receipts. And I don't know if Young Thug gonna be able to recover from that, but we gonna see though. But Well, YFN Lucci, man, he ain't finna come out talking about no gang. He ain't finna talk about none of that. That's my opinion. He ain't coming out talking none of that, and that's really good for him. I really hope he come out here and really, try to change up some stuff. All I'm asking is you ain't got to come out here and be like, what's his name, Bobby Schmurder. He ain't got to come out here get to twerking. You feel? You don't have to go that far, man. You feel me? I know the ATL. Y'all do y'all thing out there, right? you know. You know what I'm saying? The ATL, they do what they do, man. You know what I'm saying? They like what they like, right? But yeah, Lucci, you ain't got to come out here and be like Bobby Schmurder, man. You ain't got to be out here pop, lock it, drop it. Pop, lock it, drop it. You ain't got to do that, bro. You ain't got to do it. Man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't believe he's going to get out and get to talking reckless. Like I said, he may eventually talk a little reckless in the songs, but he ain't trying to get out here and be active. I don't believe it. He is not trying to be active in these streets in real life, bro. They lying, bro. He is not finna do that. After doing 10 years, 10 years in prison, you be a fool, man. You will be a fool to really be out here trying to get that active and you just did 10 years and you on probation. Because if he do anything while he on probation, it's over, man. It's over. It's gonna be over. So I think that he's definitely gonna come out and really be out here trying to push P for real in real life, trying to push that positivity. You know what I'm saying? Motivate. That's what he gonna be trying to do out here, man. He ain't gonna be trying to be out here on no street politics, street talk, none of that. You feel me? He gonna be out here like, hey man, I just did 10 years. I ain't on that type of time no more. You know what I mean? He better off trying to do a tour or something. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure Vlad and all them would love to give him an interview. You know what I'm saying? They'll love to give him an interview or two. Give him some work. I bet you Vlad will probably holler at YFN Lucci. He should be on Vlad. Who else? Art of Dialogue. You feel me? They all probably got a bag for YFN Lucci. They did. So I guarantee you, man, when he get out, he just did 10 years. He ain't trying to be on no street talk, nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be out here pushing positivity, man. Pushing P, pushing P. All I say, man, don't come out here and be no Bobby Schmurder, man. You feel me? Trying to work them twerkulators. Nah, don't do it, bro. Gangster said it ain't so, man. Gangster. Tell me it ain't so, gangster. But nah, seriously, in all seriousness, though, doing 10 years and being on probation for another 10 years, I gotta say in the South, man, if you ain't from the South, man, I'm out here in the Bay Area, you know what I'm saying, the West Coast. I ain't never heard of probation for 10 years, bro. In the South, y'all don't play, man. I don't know why y'all want to be real criminals out there, man. Because on probation or parole for 10 years, bruh, you can't do nothing. You still a pack of Skittles. You going back. You feel me? Your baby mama called and said you did some type of abuse to her. You going back. It's over. It's over. You violated your probation, man. Or parole, whatever it is. So this is my opinion. When YFN Lucci get out, he gonna be pushing P. Positivity, no street, no blocks, front porch stop sign. He ain't repping none of that. He not repping none of that. He gonna, hey man, because anything he do or anything he affiliate with criminal wise, you know what I'm saying? That can send him right back. And he didn't just do 10 years to get sent right back. I don't believe it. I don't think that guy is that crazy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he that crazy, man. Well, he just want to come out and go right back. Nah, nah, I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure he probably got some kids, so he ain't trying to stay in that prison life, man. Be honest with you, I put money on it. Your most hardest dude, the most hardest criminal in life, don't want to be in prison that long. You feel me? I don't care what these street dudes say, man. They do not want to go back to prison, especially when they get in their 40s, bro. When they get in their late 30s and 40s, they ain't trying to go back to prison. That's why, if you ever pay attention, a lot of these street dudes, when they start getting older, they late 30s and they 40s, and what do they always say? Oh man, I ain't, the streets ain't the same no more. I ain't trying to be part of the streets no more. I would, it's. I used to when I was younger. I used to do this. I used to do that. They started telling you them hood terror, them hood stories. That's all they do. Them Ducktales. You know what I mean? They want to give you a whole bunch of hood stories, but they ain't trying to tell you how they active today, though. You feel me? Which rightfully so, right? So I just feel like, man, that's why I always say it, man. When people be quick to say, prison ain't for anybody. Yeah, I agree with you. Prison is not really built for anybody. But at the same time, man, what do you supposed to do when people want to go out here and slide on this and slide on that, and you know what I mean? Want to go out here and do all this chopper chopper talk, right? And when they go out here and do all that, what do you do with those individuals? Because now, people family is involved. People family are affected based on what you chose to do on somebody else, especially if they not breathing no more, right? So the cycle, when does the cycle end? It's like it's a continuous cycle. Like you did something to my people, now I'm doing something to yours. We can't get to you, so we're gonna get to somebody the closest to you, right? So when does it end? You know what I mean? And for that, for YFN, and like I said, for Lucci to do all them years, he ain't finna be out here on no tough talk. You know what I mean? He's not. I don't believe it. So I want to salute him in that sense for him at least accepting the deal and not taking it to trial, because I know he don't want to be away from his family another 20 years. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So at least from a man standpoint, I can respect him at least for him saying, you know what I'm saying? Let me at least plead this thing out, because I'd rather be on parole for 10 years and be free as opposed to sitting in this cell all day. You feel me? Smelling the next man's feet, y'all on bunk beds. That's why I don't understand why anybody glorify prison life in the sense of, man, I don't mind going back. Man, I can't sleep on a bunk bed with a grown ass man. You feel me? Like, man, you know what I'm saying? The toilet in the same room, y'all sleeping on bunk beds. What the hell you think this is, bro? The movie Brothers? Psh, miss me with that, bro. But then again, if that's the life you chose, if this the life that you want, right? I mean, it'd be a big difference if I said, this is what I want to do. I'm a gangster. I'm finna go out here and slide and do what I need to do. And if I need to go to prison for 20 years, I'm gonna do that. If you feel that way, then when you go to prison, there shouldn't be no problem then. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be snitching. You shouldn't be talking about nobody else, man. Do your time, playboy. Enjoy yourself in that cell blockade. You feel me? But that ain't what they do. Most of them, that's not what they do, man. They be all on social media or speaking out through their people. Oh man, it's bad in here. Oh, this is going on. Bro, what you complaining for? This the life you wanted. That's the part that killed me about all this street politics and whatever they want to stand on, right? You want to stand on that? Okay, well, you got to stand on it when it get dark and ugly. It ain't just when you doing the dirt. Remember, the dirt is gonna be threw upon you as well. So enjoy that, my guy. You feel me? Like that's the part that kills me about any of this. But I just personally feel like, man, for him, YFN Lucci, for him to accept that deal, he ready to get out of there, man. He ready to go. He tired of eating them oodles and noodles, them hot dogs. You know how they make a spread up in prison. You know, they take the oodles and noodles, and take the little, the top ramen, crush that up or cook it and then put some chips, some Doritos or some Ruffles, and then they take some hot dogs and chop that up. Now they got a goulash. You feel me? That's like a what I'm saying, one of them big meals they usually eat out there. They take the top ramen with some chips and some hot dogs, maybe some sausage, little links they done got, some conversary or something. You know what I'm saying? And had them a little goulash meal. You feel me? Unless you going to Prisony Land, you know what I'm saying? In Prisony Land, I heard they got steaks over there. You feel me? They give you the room. They give you the key to your own cell. They give you a key to your own cell at Prisony Land. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this, right? When I think about that new prison, right? It's called Prisony Land. Y'all need to Google search that. Like, what are they really trying to do? So they want you to go to prison. I mean, unfortunately, you go to prison, right? Once you go to prison, now they're going to have all these amenities for you. So what do they truly want you to do? Do they want you to get comfortable going to prison? You know what I'm saying? They want you to feel real comfortable when you're in prison. So you get a key to your own cell, but you're still in jail though. I can't get over that part. And they have these activities. I heard, you may have a pool hall. That sound kind of cool, but you still going back to your cell at the end of the night. They may have a horse. I heard they got horseback riding. That sound cool, but at the end of that, you got to go to your cell at night. And then, they have something with animals. You can have a pet or raise a pet, but at the end of it, you still going to a cell. You know what I'm saying? You still sleeping on a bunk bed. Which one you gonna take? The top or the bottom? Do you gotta fight for that? Or how does that work? You feel me? And then somebody got to use the bathroom. The toilet is in the room with you. You feel me? So how does that work? Especially if somebody, is they have a, some type of stomach issue. You feel me? They ate too much, drunk too much dairy. Oh my goodness. Oh, yada. How does that work? So that's what I'm saying. So even though you have all these amenities, at the end of the day, you still in a cell, my G. Like for real. You can never make prison sound cool to me, man. Like I said, this is certain things in my life. In life, I'm willing to go to prison for, but that ain't it. The represent a street corner, stop sign, front porch. I'm not willing to go to jail for that. Just because you said a couple of words I didn't like, I'm not finna do something to you where I can jeopardize me going to prison. I'm not gonna do that. Now, come to my family, protecting my household. Oh yeah, things like that. I will always defend myself and defend my family, and whatever comes, it comes. But to be doing that just for some dummy type activities, no. I'm way too valuable. And that's why always say you have to understand that you're valuable. You feel me? If you out here and you handling things the right way, you taking care of your responsibilities, whatever they are, you are valuable. You know what I'm saying? So, especially if you have kids, you know, like you are the first line of defense when it comes to your children. But you was too busy trying to be a real. You trying to be a real out here, you know what I mean? Oh man, I gotta represent this. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? He disrespect the hood on hood. own this, own that. But I guess on the flip side, right? That's what it's supposed to come with, right? That's what it's supposed to come with. You're supposed to slide on your ops and go do that 20, 30 years, possibly life, right? So I guess you don't care about your family. So I should take that back. Your family not important. That's just something to have and do while you have time for it. Because your love is a whole bunch of dudes representing the block, representing the hood. That's what you love. You love being around niggas all day. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to throw up. So your family life, your kids, get to it when you can, right? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? And I guess that's the theme of it, right? Because I bet, right? Thinking about YFN Lucci and then also thinking about Young Thug, right? How many people thinking Young Thug wish he would have chose a different solution to his problems when he was free on the street? How many people really feel Young Thug right now is still thinking like, you know what, slime life and all this and that? I'm standing on that regardless. How many people really feel like Young Thug right now, sitting in sitting in prison, sitting in that courtroom, still want to represent the life that he's been claiming all this time? You can tell he's trying to stay free because he wouldn't be spending all this money on these on these legal fees. I only can imagine how much Young Thug is spending on it for his lawyers. He's trying to get out, right? He's trying to get out of prison and stay out of prison. You know what I'm saying? So you can say slime life all you want. That's my brother. That's my brother. But brother trying to get out, bro. You feel me? Brother trying to get out. And I just don't know if he's going to have the same type of luck that YFN Lucci has. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't here to really talk about who snitched or if he's snitching. That's not, I can care less about that. That ain't my, that really ain't my conversation. But I'm just talking about the core of a man. You feel me? That's what I talk about. So it's like, when I think about the Young Thug situation, I bet he wish he was, he wish he was in a Lucci situation where he can get out in 3 months and be on parole, probation for 10 years, whatever they call it. I bet my bottom dollar he wish he could do that. But I don't know if he's gonna be as lucky, man. Because the difference between Young Thug and YFN Lucci, with Lucci, it seemed like his situation was a little bit more solid compared to Young Thug. Young Thug, it seemed like all these people, especially that dude that's on the stand for him right now, man, it's looking ugly. Now I can imagine what else they about to bring out. Who else they gonna bring up? I'll be curious. You know what I'm saying? But I guess that's the life that everybody want, right? They want that slime life. Slide on their ops. That's my brother, my brother. You know, take the mother trial. Take that. Well, they are. They did. You in it right now. I'm just saying, man. You asked to take it to trial, and they did. You are welcome. You know what I mean? But you see, with Young Thug case, man, his lawyer, I give it to him. The little pieces I did see, man, he on there talking. He trying to catch everybody up with the information they have. He trying to get them, fumbling. He working hard for the millions. I wonder how many millions Young Thug paying that lawyer, man. I know it got to be at least 10 million plus and count. It got to be. I don't think it's anything less, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and I see a few people in here. Hit that like button too, man. Support the channel by at least hitting that like button. We're going to chop it up tonight. Hit that like button. You new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. All I bring to you is nothing but good games. So hit that like button when you come in. Show a little love to the channel by at least hitting that like button. I appreciate it. But I bet you, I mentioned about YFN Lucci, Young Thug right now. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, he gonna try to spend every dollar he has to get himself out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes. I mean, he telling that lawyer, whatever it takes. He wish he can take a plea deal right now. I don't even know if they offered him a plea deal. That's a good question. Somebody leave a comment whenever you watch this. If you're watching it, if you know it now, anybody's watching this now, if you know anything about it, did they even offer Young Thug a deal, a plea deal? I'm just curious because now I think about what Lucci's situation. Since they offered him a plea deal, I wonder if they offer Young Thug a plea deal. That tells a lot about Young Thug case if they didn't offer him a plea deal. I'm just curious to hear if they did or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm real curious to hear that. Because if they didn't offer him no plea deal for Young Thug, that means that they definitely think they have a strong case. They definitely feel like they got a strong case if they didn't even offer him a deal, though. It's looking ugly. You know what I mean? They didn't even offer him a plea deal. Nothing. Trying to tell you, man. Trying to tell you. And that's the thing, right? They didn't even offer a plea deal. They didn't give him no other option. I tell you. So let this be a learning lesson for anybody that want to be in street business, street politics, representing a street corner, stop sign, front porch. Let this be a lesson and an understanding moment for you to show you what that real life is about. Because it's not just the fun life. It's not just the raps that they make. If you chose this type of lifestyle, understand this is what comes with that. You know what I mean? So it's like, ask yourself, is this something you truly want to do? Is this something you really can see yourself a part of and want to stand on this when you get tested? Because oh yeah, I only can imagine doing this type of lifestyle, you will be tested. Somebody's gonna come test you, whether it's your ops, the police, your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to deal with all of that. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. Is it really worth it to you? Is it really worth you doing 10, 20 years just to say you are real? I don't know, man. I get offended if anybody call me a real nigga, man. Don't call me a real nigga. Call me a real man, not a nigga, bro. I prefer that. You know what I'm saying? You can call me brother. You can call me anything positive, but don't call me the N word. I don't like it. And I'm not saying I don't use it. I just don't call me that. I feel offended when somebody say they are real For real. You know what I mean? They some people feel like, especially in the black culture, we have passed certain things, or we have passed this, we passed that. Well, I'm past you calling me. I have to be a real. I'm not no real nothing, man. If I'm be real anything, I'm a real man. That's what I stand on. Not your block code, not your street sign, not your politics, none of that. I'm a real individual. I'm a real man. That's what I stand on. That's all I'm asking for you to respect. Nothing else. Because I ain't a part of nothing and I'm not associated with nothing if it ain't positive. You feel me? That's where I'm at with it. And if you want to do, we can do business together, of course. If it's a legitimate business, don't matter who you are. I don't discriminate paper, man. That's what this being a business person do. Take personal feelings out of it. I can do that. That's not an issue for me. You know? So that's my whole thing. Business is business. You feel me? That don't have nothing to do with how I feel about a person or a business, or anything personally, in a sense of what's best for the business. That's what I care about. How you personally feel and how I personally feel, that doesn't matter to me when it comes down to business. It's not about my personal feelings, what what I would like of you. No. What makes sense of the business? That's what matters to me. You know, because I personally feel like, when you talk about business, we don't necessarily have to like each other. That's how I am. It ain't about a like, bro. Like, what you think? It's high school or something? You don't like me. Let's be friends, man. It ain't about that. If it make good business, I'm always down to do business. That's it. It ain't about a like for what. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I'm just saying though, hit that like button when you come on in. I'm Sean B. Stoll, if you're not familiar. All I bring to you is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration. You feel me? So support the channel by at least hitting the like button. I appreciate it. And if you feel what I'm saying, drop something in that super chat. Watch it on a playback, drop something in that super thanks. That's all I ask of you. You know? And it's like, I feel like too many people get caught up with trying to, prove themselves to people that don't even matter to you. Try to prove themselves to people that don't even care about you. Huh? How about that? You out here trying to impress people that don't even care about you the way you think they would or should. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, that's one thing about me, right? That's why I say I don't be tripping off what people say or anything. Like, you can have your opinion. Everybody entitled into their opinion. Like, I don't have an issue with nobody having an opinion about me or whatever. You feel me? That's fine with me. But my ego is not so big where I can't handle somebody, being critical about a situation. I actually prefer that because at least you know what you're dealing with. I don't like dealing with people who be sneak dissing or people that have a whole lot to say about you, but when they're in front of you, they don't have nothing to say. I don't like those type of individuals. You feel me? I really don't. I'm the type, man, if it's an issue, let's discuss that issue. You know what I mean? There's no need for us to keep dwelling on it or oh, everything's fine. Like, that's what most females do. Most relationships I had with women, the relationships that didn't work, it's a lot of them was, I'd be like, "Hey, what's the problem?" They'd be like, "Oh, nothing, it's fine." But she in the kitchen slamming cabinet doors, though. You feel me? So when I talk to another man, it's like, if we got an issue, let's discuss that, man. You feel me? Like, I don't want you being like a breezy, you feel me? Slamming cabinet doors or something, or, huffing and puffing. And, nah, bro, speak what's on your mind, man. You feel me? So it's like, man, I don't like that, bro. You got a problem? Let's discuss it like grown individuals, man. Can we do that? Is that so hard? You know what I mean? But yeah, I say this, right? That's why I always talk about, you got to always stay pushing in life in a positive direction, because not everything around you is going to be positive, but long as you striving for, to stay in a positive space, you will be able to weed out certain type of individuals, man. Because it's like when you way up here and you study trying to elevate, but you got these individuals that's trying to pull you down into some bull. You feel me? They trying to pull you into some negative stuff that you really don't have to associate yourself with, or you don't want to be a part of. When you stay focused on your path and your direction on what you want to do, that's usually when you can be able to you can figure out, like, man, I'm trying to do this, but you keep pulling me to do something over here, and I'm like, man, I'm focusing on my dream and what I got going on. And that's another thing. When you're in a process of getting to where you want to be at in life, the more you focus on yourself and your path, your goals, you will find out you don't have a lot of personal time to be wasting on some wasteless situations. You feel me? Like, I'm talking about relationships, everything, dealing with a woman, even friends, your partners. When you on your path and you trying to, elevate, man, you don't have a lot of personal time for just a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because it start taking your positive energy into and putting it in negative, and you can't even focus on what you're trying to do. So I personally feel like this: when you got a lot going on for yourself, you will be less involved with other people issues, because it takes so much work for you to get to where you need to be at in life. From my experience, it took a lot of work for me to be able to, do things the way I want to do them. And I'm still not all the way there, but I'm in a good spot. You feel me? And it's like the amount of energy, the amount of time and thought process that I had to have to get in position. Man, I didn't have time to be worrying about what this person is doing, who, what's going on over here. If it's not something that's in my immediate circle, man, I could care less. That's your business, man. Like they say, stick to your own business. That's what that means, man. When you stick to your own business, just imagine how much stuff you can get done, how much work you can get completed, how much, you know, whatever you're trying to accomplish in life, you'd be surprised how much work and focusedness you have when you focus on your situation, not what somebody else is doing, not what somebody else, how much money they making. Man, I ain't got time for that. When I'm out here hustling in life and trying to elevate, man, I ain't got time to be worrying about what the next man making and who this person's sleeping with. And man, if I catch it, and while I'm in stride of getting to where I need to go, then okay. But I'm not searching for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not searching what's going on with you. You feel me? And that's why, be honest with you, that's what affected a lot of relationships I had with women. As I was trying to build myself up, some women couldn't handle the fact that I'm in my grind mode. So I couldn't attend to a woman needs as much as I needed to, because I wasn't in a proper place. My energy, a lot of my energy and focusedness was focusing on me and my direction and where I wanted to go. You feel me? And it takes a certain type of woman to handle a man like me, in that situation. And I know I'm not the only guy that feel this way, but it's like when you on your purpose, man, that's why it's important to have a certain type of partner, man. You can't be with a woman that's constantly nagging and not getting, you're not getting an understanding of who you are in the sense of where you trying to go with your life. When you have a woman that don't get that, it makes it so much harder for you to get on your path, for you to get to your goal, you get to your destination. It's hard for you to get to that when you got somebody in your ear constantly giving you conflict, constantly giving you problems, constantly telling you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. Like, how am I supposed to focus on everything I need to do? I got to go out here into this world and make sure I'm in position to help you get to your wherever you trying to go in life. I need to focus on me right now. I need you to be focusing on giving me what I need so I can complete this mission so we can be better so I can make things better for us, baby. You feel me? Like, that's one thing I can say, man. Some of the relationships I had that didn't work was because of that. Like, I'm trying to get to where I need to get to in life, and you just constantly in my ear, just nagging me to death. I can't handle that. You feel me? So I'm gonna have to let you go because I'm on my grit grind right now. You feel me? You either gonna sink or swim when it come to me. And I hate to sound that way, but I'm just saying in so many words, that's basically what I was doing. You feel me? And so when I say that, right, I'm just trying to give y'all some understanding of what I mean. And it's like when you in pursuit of getting what you getting to, man, you just gotta stay pushing, man. Bump what they talking about. You feel me? If it ain't in line and where you heading to, you don't need to focus on that, man. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's just how life goes. Life is never fair. You would never hear me come on this mic and say, oh man, it need to be fair. It need to be 50-50. Life ain't like that, bro. Somebody is going to work more. Somebody is going to stay at home more. Somebody has to take care of the kids. Somebody has to go to work to make sure the kids have a house to come home to. You feel me? I'm just saying. And that's why I say, man, you got to stay pushing out here in a positive way, man. Because it's enough negativity out there for everybody. But do you really want that lifestyle? Most of these people in prison, like I said earlier, they trying to get out. I don't care if they the hardest of the hard, the realest of the real. They all want to get out of prison. Because once you finally get an understanding of life, because like I said in many videos before, if you don't learn nothing, life will learn you. You feel me? Life will learn you. And once you finally get that learning, once you finally get that understanding, you will find out quick, man, what I was doing, the life that I was living before was BS. You know what I'm saying? The type of things that I settled for or I allowed to happen or I involved myself with wasn't even worth it. Most of these guys who go to prison, women too, you know, a lot of people make quick decisions and you know what I'm saying, and rational moments, but it's like you make a quick decision, but what you don't understand is depending on what you do with that quick decision can give you a 20-year sentence in prison. You feel me? That's why I say, man, sometimes you got to step back or separate yourself till you get a better understanding on how to handle certain situations. But I just personally feel like once you jump off your mama porch, man, you feel me? You need to have at least the basics of life, some type of understanding, or have a group of people, like-minded individuals that you can go to. Not somebody just gonna tell you some negative stuff. Oh, let's go do this. Let's slide on that. Nah, bruh. What's another option? How else can we handle the situation? Is that the only option? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that old school way of thinking, man, how far have that got you? I'm not saying everything in the past is bad, but I'm just saying certain things should be left in the past because it ain't working no more, man. And be honest with you, it never was working. Because if that was the case, why when people getting all these numbers, the football numbers in jail, why they be crying on the in the stand? Why they, oh man, I wish I could get out. I wish I would have changed or made a different decision in my life. You know what I mean? So just understand, man. Regardless what you're going through in life, man, you just got to learn how to keep pushing because eventually you will have a breakthrough. To me, life is nothing but discipline and sacrifices. Before you get to wherever you want to be at in life, you have to have discipline and you will have to make sacrifices. And when I say sacrifices, I am not talking about no demonic type stuff. I'm talking about, man, you got extra money, instead of using that extra money to go out to the club or buying a fancy car, you putting it back into the product that you want to, build for yourself. You might want to do your clothing line. You might want to, get the trademark name to the business you want to set up. It's like, I'm talking about that. Let me make it clear because, sometimes folks are making stuff they chop up these videos and make stuff sound real crazy. And that ain't what it's about over here, man. But anyway, life is nothing but being disciplined, making sacrifices. And you got to stay on your grind. A lot of times it won't happen overnight. A lot of times you will have sleepless nights. But once you get to that finished product, once you get to your finish, you get elevated to that level that you always wanted. You'd be surprised how good it feels. You know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised. Especially when you knew you grinded all the way till you came up. It's a certain type of aura that you have, an aura for yourself you have when you really grind and put yourself in position. That's a certain type of confident level that most people won't understand unless you go through your process. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm able to do what I do on this mic because I may not be popping on YouTube yet. I may not have as many views and likes as everybody else. But when you talk about real life, when you talk about going out here and making things happen, can't nobody do it better than me. I'm sorry. That's how I stand on my square. Can't nobody tell me, you feel me, that you don't work hard. You ain't a hustler. You don't know how to, you know what I mean? Stay disciplined, not buy this, stack this up. You can't tell me how to do that. That's already embedded in me. You feel me? Like you cannot stop me, man. I don't care who you are because that's what type of confidence I have in myself. And that's why I say I'm the realest in the room, not saying that there is no other real people. It's just that when it comes to me and mine and what I stand for, I can care less what you think, say, feel about it. This is what I'm going to say in your face in a group of people or individually. It doesn't matter because I'm that confident in myself because I know my struggle. I know where I came from and I know where I'm at today. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that and a lot of that comes from everything I say to y'all. Them sleepless nights, questioning things, questioning relationship I'm in. Oh yeah, I have done that. You know, I question a lot of things. When you down and out and you trying to figure it out, see, that's when that devil try to sleep and then seep in in your brain and, you know, trying to get you to do some, some negative things. But it's like, you just got to stay focused and stay pushing through it, man. You got to stay pushing through it because to me, one way I look at it is like this. When a lot of negativity is coming your way while you in your pursuit of greatness, that means you getting that much closer. Haha. You didn't think about that, huh? You getting that much closer. When that negative energy is coming your way, that means that you that much closer to where you need to be at in life. Because other than that, I feel like nothing would bother you. But when you starting to get tap into your greatness, when you start to elevate, when you starting to feel like, man, I'm really starting to get into myself. I'm really starting to, you know what I mean? Really starting to get the wheels up under me. I'm starting to get that, you know what I mean? That confident level. That's when that negativity start to come at you, start throwing it at you. You got to be like Neo in the Matrix. You feel me? You know what I mean? You got to be able to shake it, man. Because guess what? You get that much closer to your greatness. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that. And so once they get too much pressure put on them, that's when they can't handle it. They fall back. And that's the worst thing you can do. Is fall back. You know what I mean? Get discouraged. Don't want to complete it. It's just too much. That's when you fall off. That's when you fall off, man. And it's like, that's why I say, man, you just got to keep pushing, man. Whatever you going through, whatever you trying to accomplish, you may have failed 1,000 times, bro. You may have failed 1,000 times, but guess what? Every time you fail, you should be learning something on why you fell in that situation. You feel me? You may have failed 1,000 times, but all you need is that one go. You just need that one play that works for you. And voila, you in position, my God. Do you feel you in position, huh? Cooking, huh? Sean B. Stoley, you bringing that heat. I know. I'm the sauce man. I told you, man. I'm that guy, man. I stay kicking my feet on here, man. All I bring to y'all is nothing but good game, good conversation, good motivation, and hopefully some type of inspiration. Hit that like button. I appreciate it. At least show some love to the channel by at least hitting that like button. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. That's how you show love to the channel by at least hitting the like button. You know what I mean? But somebody got to film you on that. You know what I mean? Because you'd be surprised what comes to you in a positive way by you continuously pushing through your process. You'll be surprised who would want to help you. You just got to finish that one last push, man. And you already there. You just don't know it yet. You already at the finish line. You just haven't got through the bushes yet. You feel me? You didn't, you know what I'm saying? You didn't cut through the fog yet. You're already there. You just don't see it yet. And that's when you get the most hate. That's when you got the most things thrown at you, is when you getting close to where you need to be at. You feel me? So I want to appreciate y'all for watching this live tonight. And I will be going live tomorrow. And definitely this weekend, this Sunday, I will be hosting the play by play for the can't even think of the team name. See, been kicking this game on here for a minute. For the 49ers. So this Sunday, the 49ers game, I will be doing a play by play. I got a few people that like the last one I did. So as long as the 49ers in the playoffs and if they make it to the Super Bowl, I will be doing a play by play for every game. So, definitely check me out this Sunday. And I will be going live tomorrow too, but I just want to say in advance, this Sunday I will be doing a play by play for the 49er game. So if anybody want to hear me basically discuss the whole game live, definitely check me out this Sunday for the 49er game. And I will be going live tomorrow about 9:30, between 9:30 and 10. I will be going live again tomorrow. So please check me out and make sure you support the channel by hitting that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And just remember this, right? Whatever you're going through, whatever thing you want to accomplish, just remember this. You got to always stay pushing through whatever issue you have or obstacle that's in your way. You have to find a way to go through it, under it, or build a bridge to go over it. You feel me? I am Sean B. Stoll. Until next time, peace.